Russian satellite narrowly avoids collision with U.S. spacecraft, and NASA could do nothing to stop it. NASA's timed satellite narrowly avoided hitting a defunct Russian satellite in the early hours of the morning. This just came in 8 hours ago. An active NASA spacecraft has survived a near miss with a defunct Russian satellite in low Earth orbit. NASA's thermosphere, ionosphere, mesosphere energetics and dynamics timed for short. The timed mission spacecraft and Russia's Cosmos 2221 satellite were due to closely pass each other at around 1:30 a.m. EST, February 28. That's today, of course, at an altitude of about 373 miles at 600 kilometers, according to a statement released by NASA just an hour before the near miss. Had the two non-maneuverable satellites collided, it would not have just doomed NASA's satellite, which monitors the effects of the sun on the Earth's atmosphere, but could have also potentially started a catastrophic collision cascade with other objects in orbit. A collision could result in significant debris generation. NASA and the Department of Defense representatives wrote in a statement, "The potential scenario of a cascade of satellite debris in low Earth orbit, the area of space within 1,200 miles or 2,000 kilometers of the Earth, is called Kessler syndrome and was popularly depicted in the 2030 film Gravity. Although a cascade of this kind has not yet happened, scientists are increasingly concerned that the growing number of satellites and space junk is making it more likely. Currently, the Department of Defense tracks the 30,000 largest debris pieces, but there are many more that are too small to be followed, according to NASA. These smaller chunks are a threat both to satellites and the International Space Station, which in 2022 had to perform evasive maneuvers to dodge the junk generated by a Russia anti-satellite test. Scientists are currently working on ways to fix Earth's space junk problem. For example, a team of Australian scientists proposed removing smaller junk from space by blasting it with a laser, while the European Space Agency, the ESA, plans to launch a 4-armed robot to grab individual items of space junk. The ESA is hoping to use the mission, scheduled for 2025, to test for a much wider-reaching operation performed by a fleet of robot cleaners. ESA's Director General Jan Warner has also called for new rules to make companies and agencies that launch satellites responsible for tidying up their litter. This is by Ben Turner on Live Science. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.